Good morning, everybody. My name is Ben Hood. I'm a membership executive at Cradle of Liberty Council. And today we're going to be walking you through beascout.org and updating your unit's Be a Scout PIN. Beascout.org is a website that the National BSA runs where people can get on, put in their zip code, and search for units in their location so they can get more information or even apply for them from the comfort of their home. So this is the landing page. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Cheltenham area, and we're going to say we're looking for a Scouts BSA unit. Click Find and Apply, and it'll pull up a list like this. It auto-generates to a 10-mile radius, so especially around here, that's going to give them a lot of options to look at. But they can also filter it down. Here on the left-hand side, you'll see that they can switch it to troops for boys, troops for girls. If they're looking for their younger kids for Cub Scout pack, they can again look for a boy pack, a girl pack, or a family pack. So that's all nifty. And then here you'll just see when you look at it, this is what we're talking about when we say your unit PIN. It's all the basic information about your unit, ranging anywhere from the physical location you meet to a contact person to additional notes. If we go over here to the map view, you'll see it gives us a handy dandy map view, and we can go ahead and scroll in, maybe if we're trying to visualize where some of these places are, and then we can hover over the physical pins and get some more information. Go ahead and everything shows up there, and then you'll notice that we have these two buttons here that were also in the list view. If you've been watching the earlier videos in this series, you'll have heard us talk about the Invitation Manager and the Application Manager on my.scouting.org, and that's where these two different buttons direct to. So Request More Information opens up a form that the family can fill out where they can let the unit know who they are and what they're looking for, and then they can also ask any questions that weren't answered just through the information here on the unit PIN. And then the Apply Now button pulls up the online application, which we talked about in the last video, and that will send that straight to the application manager on my.scouting.org. So super convenient website, but as you can imagine, the only way that it's really useful is if we make sure that the information is updated on a yearly basis, because we know that unit leaders change and sometimes meeting locations change. So to do that, we are going to go to my.scouting.org. Give you a minute to get there. And in the menu, scroll down and select your unit, and then click the roster option. If you look on the left-hand side, the very top option is Unit PIN. And when we click on that, it opens up the page where we can edit the information that shows up on our beascout.org unit PIN. The left-hand side is where we edit, and the right-hand side will show you a real-time preview of the information being populated and what it looks like. So a few things to go over here. If you get on here and you're not able to update the information, there's a chance that it's set to only allow the council to update it. Don't freak out. Just go ahead and reach out to your membership executive, and we'll go and toggle that over so you guys can update it on your own. The next option down here is whether you want the PIN to actually appear on beascout.org. If you're going to use it, you want it to show up. So make sure that that's checked yes. And then the third option is to allow people to apply online. If you're looking for more information on this, go check out the last video we did on the application manager and the online applications. We get into some of the nitty-gritty there on how this works and why it might be beneficial for your unit. Next section, contact information. It could be your scoutmaster. If you're a troop, it could be a committee chair, or it could just be a parent that wants to help out with this. You know, it's pretty simple like that. The only thing I will give you here is a note. If you have a unit email, like a Gmail or something like that, it might behoove you to put that in instead of one of your leaders' personal emails, just because that way, even if you guys forget to update the information here one year, you at least know that anybody who reaches out will be reaching out to a unit email and maybe not to an email of someone that isn't with the unit anymore. If you have a unit website, a Facebook page, social media, something like that, you can go ahead and put it in there. That's a great way for people to get a feel for what your unit does and the different types of activities that you've done in the past before even meeting you guys or setting foot in a meeting. And then there's an additional unit information section down at the bottom. I highly encourage you guys to make sure that the day you meet and the time that you meet is listed in there. This is especially true for our Cub Scout packs, where we might have dens that meet at different times for different age groups. Or maybe we meet on Thursdays, but only the first and third. That's all good information to put in there because, you know, your schedule might work for them or it might not. And it's easier just to show it there instead of having them reach out to get that information. This is also a great place this past year for units that were doing virtual programming when things were shut down. Go ahead and list that. Hopefully we won't run into that problem again this fall, but if we do, this is a way that you can kind of show people that you're still active and you're still doing stuff and also what it is that you're doing. So you go and update all that information. On the right-hand side, if you want to hide some of that information, like maybe your contact person wants their email up there, but not the phone number, you can toggle that off and it updates it. You can see up there. Or maybe you don't have a unit website, you just want to get rid of that option. You can take that off as well. So go ahead, before we get started with fall recruitment in the next month, go ahead and make sure that this information is up to date. Make sure that the contact person isn't somebody who hasn't been with the unit for 5 or 6 years, because that happens sometimes. Oh, the last important thing for the map and showing your address, you put it in down here and it will drop the pin. You can make sure it shows up in the right place. And I think it also gives you the option to kind of drag and drop that if it's a little bit off. But that is your unit pin. That's how to update it. And that is MyScout.org. So hope that was helpful to you guys. If you have any additional questions, I highly encourage you to check out the earlier 2 videos. But then also, if you got stuff beyond that, reach out to myself, Reese, or Dave, and we'll be able to help you guys out. All right. Have a good day, everybody.